On the last episode, we went back to wild space for one last flashback on that flying boat, where our adventure began in chaos amidst that space battle from episode 1. Remember that guy who shot himself in the face? That wasn't some random mook. It was another confused hero clinging to their last memory of their true selves. Estria, once a chaos bounty hunter, and Estria gets a flashback too, okay? Estria remembers cornering her bounty, a former Ink agent, Brigadier Bumblebee, in the corner of a busy noodle joint on a popular space dock, the Rock of Brawl. Hey Doc, if you make a mess, you clean it up, you hear? I'll make you a deal, Estria. I'll pay you 3 stacks now to go and kill the guy who ruined my career and put me out to dry, and 3 more when you bring me back his head. Then you can take me in. Make it 4 now and 4 later, and it won't even take you in. Deal. Estria's new bounty was on the Spelljammer. Not a Spelljammer. The Spelljammer. The largest vessel in known existence, surrounded in mystery and dark legend. Ink headquarters too, apparently. The old codes got Estria past security, and she docked at the jail. And she got inside by helping carry in one of the unconscious bodies being hauled in out of the ship's dock there. It wasn't long until she found the Thrycreen she was looking for. Qua Hui, the jailer. Are you lost? I have a surprise for you. It's in my ship. You'll love it. Come with me. How nice of you to turn yourself in, Estria. The bounty poster of Estria gave her ruse away. A battle ensued, only to be interrupted by Ink agents. You're under arrest, Ink Agent Qua Hui. You've been very naughty, but I caught Estria, Chaos Bounty Hunter. 2 for 1 then. Today is a good day. Back on the ship, in a bird body, Estria seemed to recognize the same Thrycreen, but as she doubted, her gun exploded in her face, knocking her out, leaving her unconscious behind the simulation contraption. End simulation! Somebody smudged these ruins. Who has been in here smudging ruins? Excuse me, new poster. You're late. Go catch up with your friends down in admin. Welcome back. Check. Equipment. Check. Bunk bed. Check. Ship inspection time. Oh, hell no. We're going to lunch. Bye, Felicia. Hey guys. I saw this, fellow over yonder, Captain Earl, suspiciously bribe a trader for a bottle of something. Let's steal that bottle. I can do that. I've heard you are awesome. Did my mum tell you that? About the bottle. It's some very nice liquor, but it's just liquor. Let's give it back. That won't be suspicious at all. Captain Earl, you dropped your liquor. That's not mine. Give it here. Thanks for finding this liquor. That's not mine. You're awkwardly welcome. To the Nexus for spelljamming training. All of you are navigators? We are. We dabble. I'm just going to stand over here near that smell. Okay, well, oxygen envelopes. Super important. Fly your mini spelljammer to a mini asteroid in the Ori to replenish your oxygen. Go! I'm insulted, Mert. No one cares a speaker is dead. A Concord is missing. And Ink agents haven't sent anyone to normalize things at the Citadel, which is in chaos. How will the Spelljammer recharge if we don't allow access to the Auroral Diamond? Let's finish this conversation in my quarters. Go do your homework, cadet. Great job, everyone, except Estria. Estria, you murdered yourself and your crew. Did Tato explain to you that we work for the Celestial Bureaucracy? The gods who made the gods? Excuse me, but why do they need help if they can make gods? It's complicated. Shut up. Race time. On your mark, go. I shouldn't tell you this, but something big has happened. The Spelljammer, that's where we are, on the Spelljammer, has been summoned for a meeting at the center of the multiverse. Now, they don't tell us anything over here at the Academy, but I think somebody must have done something big, something bad, because I've never seen a recruitment drive this big. A bunch of agents must have been caught in the crossfire. Okay, now, docking safely. A few moments later. Last task. Overly complicated obstacle course at the gym. I made it, guys. I'm gonna go for a nap. Really looking forward to this. They believe in us. We're capable people. Song said so. It was a great workout. Feeling really buff. That went really well, I thought. The best. I could have done better. This body's a little weird. I could really use a rest, guys. Guys? We're finished, ma'am. No, you're not. Astral was sleeping on the job, so you get extra duties. I was unconscious because of your simulation malfunction, actually. Sounds like sleeping on the job to me. Go get the big box that arrived from Mert down at the sea dock. Carry it up to his room. He's been drinking with a dignitary, so don't wake him. Don't mess with the box. If you do a good job, extra chocolate pudding. Pudding? Why didn't you say so? I like pudding, too. You need gold caps. Have gold caps. You hear that sound in the box? Kind of sounds like spiders. Oh, wow, no. That's the sound of clinking bottles. I've heard that sound a million times in my life. I can levitate the crate, so it's quiet. Shh. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, looks good. I think here is a good spot. Oh, what the heck? Here, Mert, drink more alcohol from this box that I know contains alcohol. A Neogi swarm, spider-like alien hatchlings burst from the box. Roll initiative. Warm welcome to everyone here with us tonight for this D&D Spelljammer campaign, Astral Agents and Boats. We are roleINC, and tonight we're rolling through Wild Space once again. I'm your friendly rat bastard GM Kiwi, and let me introduce you to the crew.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kabuki. I'm playing Axel, human stuck in a Leonin barbarian body. So, see how this goes.
Hey, I'm V Islands. I'm playing Zominius, a fire genasi royal trapped in the body of a rat shifter.
Hi, Goonie reporting in. I am playing Ace, who is a half-elf swashbuckler stuck in the body of a Githyanki.
Hey, I'm playing Dr. Carrie. She is a scribe wizard stuck in the body of a Thrycreen.
On deck and ready, playing as Astral, the ranger of a Shadowfell origin, stuck in the body of an Arakokra.
Excellent. So, as I was saying, we're going to go for a moment to Zom before we return to the scene in the bedroom. Zom went for a nap. So, Zom, your head was pounding. It's a familiar feeling. It's a familiar feeling you've had since you breathed in the ancestors' ashes, this oncoming migraine. Your vision cracked, blurred. You can feel it. Eyelids beginning to droop, and you've made an excuse to the party that you're tired and need a nap, but you know what's really happening. So you retreat to the bunk room to rest your head. As soon as your head hits the pillow, you slip into a deep sleep. At first, it's a comforting sleep for a while. Comforting for a while. What do you dream of in the beginning?
In the beginning, I think he dreams of his resting room, just lounging in the pillows, maybe a friend or two, hanging out, drinking some fine wine. Just kind of think maybe he's starting to already miss that, even though it's only been a pretty short time. He's going back to his place of comfort in his mind. So, just dreaming of that, just lounging in his safe space.
You mentioned friends. Who is one of Zominius' friends? Who's one of his close friends?
I would say another fire genasi named Starlet. They have a light friendship. They're good friends, but they're more like art friends. They go see plays and stuff together. They show each other their art. They don't really talk about deep emotional things too much, but they have they party together. They go about town and look beautiful together. Okay.
Well, Starlet, in your dream, there's something that catches your attention that kind of jolts you from the dream state. It's almost like it becomes lucid at that point, like you become aware that you're dreaming. Starlet's arms and hands are blue, and there are 6 fingers on each hand. And Starlet's holding something, offering something to you, and the shape of it's square. What is it that Starlet's offering to you? This square thing. It can be anything you want, but it's square.
Oh. I think it is a square. He says, Starlet, what is wrong with your hands? And then he looks down, and it's a piece of square bone. And it's not like it's carved bone, like organic, like it almost is like organically shaped, as if the creature or whatever was taken from is a is a square. What is that?
Starlet doesn't respond to your question about is it a Starlet a woman, a man?
So it's a woman.
Okay, she offers you the square bone, but without making any comment. She's just smiling dreamily at you, offering you this square piece of bone.
He takes it. You know, Starlet. She has. Perhaps it's an art piece. He doesn't know. He's a little unnerved, but he gingerly takes it from her hand. What is this?
It's not a square bone anymore. It's a bone. It's a square crate made of bone. And Starlet and your other friends, their heads change and they become the heads of 4 different animals. What different animals do they become?
Whoa. A goat, a possum, a pufferfish, and a lizard.
Okay. One of these animals has grown another appendage, a mane. Which of the animals grows a mane?
I'll say the pufferfish.
Okay.
I have to go with the most disturbing choice.
One of them grows another set of arms, but they're like mantis-like little. You know, like how the mantis doesn't have like hands. They have like a little like cutting in appendage. So they grow like another 2 arms. Which of the animals grew the extra 2 arms with the cutting mantis appendage?
Oh, the possum.
Okay. And one of them grows a pair of gray wings. Is it the goat or the lizard that grows the gray wings?
The lizard.
So, the goat, the body kind of becomes goat-like, but the face of the goat becomes that of a young boy looking around, kind of like where are they? It's the face of Starlet, perhaps, that all of a sudden she has a boy's face and she doesn't know where she is in her dream, and she warns you about the contents of the box. And all of a sudden it's like sitting on the pillow and you're seeing it from far away now, as though you've become a little mouse looking from a little safe mouse hole. And you're nibbling away at some cheese pudding. And you're looking down at this box. And you see it slowly opens. And inside the box is something related to the number 8. What is it that you see?
8 pieces of 8 fruits, 8 like juicy, thick mangoes, let's say.
Okay, nice, mangoes. Each of these mangoes, they sprout these arachnid legs from each of them, just like they start crawling out of this bone box out into the room and swarming out amongst you. You see that the animals pick up the corner, each corner, the 4 animals take 1 corner of each of the box, and the lost child is like looking up at you pleadingly, like the only one that's aware of you in that little safe hole where you are. And they start carrying this box with them and start spreading these mangoes. They keep multiplying and crawling out of the box all the way through the palace, everywhere you go, spreading out into different rooms. And you can either let them, you can feel the intense danger. You can either let them just disappear and you can stay safe in your little cheese hole with your cheese pudding, or you can follow them and follow danger where they're taking this box, this bone box of arachnid fruit.
He follows. Yeah, he in his dream sort of form he recoils but then follows. He's too curious and too headstrong in his own way to stay behind.
You see the one who was once Starlet, that is now the lost-looking boy with goat horns and goat legs. takes out like a golden cup and puts it on upside down on their head, and continues on along the palace. Each of the other animals do the same. They put these golden cups on their head, and all of a sudden you've come face to face with 3 stern-looking guards who demand to see your golden cup. You have no such cup. You need these guards to leave you. How? How do you make it true? How does it become so?
I think he looks down at himself and he says, I think he looks at them and he says, "You must let me by. I have no golden cup, but my friends have. They took mine. They carry my golden cup. Please, you must let me go past and help them."
The 3 guards refuse. No golden cup, no pass, and they try to send you away. You feel like you could make them leave somehow.
I look at them and I give them visions of the room that he was just in, the comfort, the lovely pudding, and he says, "Don't you think you should take a break? You've been here for so long, for eons and eons. Go, enjoy some pudding, enjoy some pillows."
The 3 like, "Pudding? Why didn't you say so?" and they rush past you. As they run past you, you suddenly wake up in a cold sweat. You're not in the bunk room. You're standing on the obsidian stairs of the Spelljammer Academy. And there's an alarm sounding somewhere from down below. And the guards are disappearing down the stairs as though to go towards that alarm sound. You hear doors opening, people running out in all sorts of directions from the adjacent rooms as the academy becomes a swarm of activity, a frenzy of activity. And you're looking down a hallway where you have a sensation of the danger is there. And now the hallway is clear. This is probably the only chance you have to head down the hallway, as you have no golden cup on your head. Do you remain on the stairs, or would you like to head down that hallway?
He, at this point, he's still like almost just half awake, but he has had these sort of dreams before, and he knows what this choice is, and he follows. He goes down the hallway. He's like, this path has been cleared for me, and he heads down.
All right. Back in Mert's room, everyone please roll initiative.
Ugh, +8.
Plus dirty 20.
+7. There we go.
Also a dirty 20.
All right. So, the swarm
16.
has spilled out of the box. You see that Mert, his eyes have kind of like drooped. You see he's fighting. He was kind of seemed aggravated that he had been disturbed, but it didn't last very long. The next thing you know, his eyes droop and he just thuds down onto his pillow again and returns to snoring. Xomenius appears at the end of the hallway just in time with a double move to see what's looking through the door, the circumstances that he can see as he's looking into Mert's room. Your turn is spent arriving at the combat is Estria.
So Estria is going to look at the spiders that are coming out of the box, and she's going to look back at the octopuses behind her. She's going to be like, "Oh, heck no!" And she's going to use her Blessing of the Raven Queen ability to, as a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you see. And I'm basically going to teleport over to the bowl of octopuses. And with my action, I would like to just start chucking octopuses at these spiders.
Okay. Are you gonna like throw the whole bowl at them, which would be feasible, or are you gonna try and like fish out the octopuses from the water?
the bowl, I take it, would be throwable then.
Yes, you could certainly try and throw and break the bowl in their direction as they spilled out where the swarm of Neogi are.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. I assumed the bowl was too large, but yeah, I'm just gonna throw the whole bowl at them.
Okay, give me a strength check to do that, or if you want to pick it up and throw it closer, or you could use a dexterity to just tip it over so it's tried to spill across the floor and the water got all the way there. If you have athletics, you can use athletics instead.
I will use athletics. It is 10 plus 1 to 11.
All right, so the bowl has landed about 10 feet from where it was and broken, and made a about that big. So there are octopuses all within that area now, like flopping around on the ground, looking like tasty little morsels to potentially be eaten, but they haven't quite made it to where the swarm has emerged. All right, Dr. Carey. No, Axel, sorry.
Yeah, I know it. Wait, how tasty do these octopuses look?
I mean, it depends if you like seafood, I guess.
Yes.
Axel will run up there and say, "I hate spiders," and run up to try to close the box.
Unfortunately, you can see as you approach the box that they are out of the box. There's no getting them back in there or closing them off. They're already out of the box. That's what they did on their surprise turn, shall we say, was get out of the box.
Okay. I guess I'll just try. Well, I still hate spiders, and he just starts trying to stomp on some.
Okay, so you're making like your clawed attack?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that would be what I would do then. Okay. Oh, so it's like a swarm of them. Interesting.
As you rip into the swarm, the closest ones, one of the closest ones to you, kind of retaliates to your nasty little attack and runs out from the swarm, but not before Dr. Carey can do something, because their initiative is exactly the same. So there is a little one that's run out from the swarm here. It's
Oh,
goodness, and it's like crawling up his leg.
It's certainly heading into. It's like run into the square of Axel. So it's running towards Axel's legs. It hasn't got up there yet because you are going to be able to act before it can do anything.
It's scrambling with ill intent as I'm doing my thing. All right, So Dr. Carey, the man in the bed. He doesn't look well. Oh, wait, there's something on you. And she quickly sort of wiggles her fingers and she does that blast of ice again and shoots it towards that little scrambly guy. So she will cast Frostbite, which I think is an attack roll on my part, but I guess we'll find out. Nope. All right, let me drop where. There we go. I cast the spell and they roll poorly. So I'm going to do some extra damage on the Neogi swarm. And so that hurts them. And also, if they try to attack my frightening lion friend, they will have disadvantage on their next attack.
Okay, so you attack the swarm, not the one that came out going for his leg.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I attacked the little one, but I've been dropping things on the big token just because I don't want to attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm taking the little one. I'm trying to freeze the little one off of him. And if it doesn't drop off entirely, I want to
Okay.
stop it from biting him. Okay, so they are distinct. Once they step off, they're different creatures entirely. Okay.
Yes.
Great. And also, I would like to move myself away from these scary bugs and the angry lion man. So I'm just gonna let's see. I don't like the octopuses. Do not, in fact, look delicious to me. But I want to wake up the scary boss man up there. So I'm gonna try to move way over near to the bed over there. And I think that's all I can do.
All right. So the little creature, although partly frozen, doesn't seem to be put off from trying to bite Axel's ankles, but it's moving so slowly as it's covered with ice that it's very easy just to step away from it. Ace, you're up.
All right. So I'm kind of shocked about the spiders, but expected it. I'm gonna run in and say, "I knew it. This guy eats spiders," and draw my rapier and stab into the swarm. Yeah. It's sneak attack because Axel's there with me.
Nice.
And then I'll use. And I'm going to dance away, use my fancy footwork to disengage. And go closer to the guy. Say, "Wake up, man, your spiders are here."
As you run past the swarm, a couple of things happen. You've certainly caught the swarm's attention with that lethal blow that shears through several of them, hacking off these eel-like necks, spreading their gooey black blood across the floor. And the others seem to have felt it, like you've hurt the colony. One peels off and follows Ace. The swarm itself, actually, even though you've attacked, on their turn, they seem to be headed as though drawn to something up on Mert's bed, and they're going to provoke an opportunity attack from you as they rush past you and Axel, ignoring the enemies they have, drawn by something up there. But one has peeled off, and
Are we seeing that this sort of attack is not as effective as it should be?
It's hacking little dudes, but because they're like moving as one, you can tell that it's harder to like pick one out and like do serious damage to it. But certainly little arachnid creatures are being left / dead where they've been hit. It's just because it's moving with such a large amount of them that it might not seem like you're doing as much, but you are certainly chopping away at the swarm. So imagine like 7 damage is the equivalent of like killing 2 of them, kind of thing. Oh. The swarm has swarmed the naked legs of Mert.
Ooh.
A lot of dice.
My God.
Oh boy.
Bitten
Okay.
him ferociously, which wakes him from his stupor. There's a look on his face. The lids of his eyes are like still heavy. What the hell is going on here? And you can see there's like fizzing black goo and all of these bites along his legs that the swarm has bitten him many times. One of the little ones, however, has come right after Ace. He can just hear it nipping down at his ankles. He's far too nifty to be caught by it, but certainly getting bitten by that black fizzing goo doesn't seem like a nice prospect. Estria, back to you.
All right, Estria can kind of see the writing on the wall here. she realizes that she has probably pooped the bed at this point, and she's going to do her best to cover her ass. So, what she's going to do is, she's going to, I will take the dash action to there, and I'm going to whisper to Axel, "Hey man, can you smash that box up real good, lad?"
Smash the box! We have enemies in front of us!
I mean, you could use the box as a weapon, perhaps. You know, take some wooden planks off of it.
Why would I need wooden planks when he wants to, like, go ahead and preemptively, before his turn, like, draw his greatsword.
Sure.
Be like, why do I need a plank when I have this?
Seeing that, Esther is gonna just nod and say, "All right, you do your thing, big man." And I think that's gonna be my turn. Yeah, that's a turn.
You're looking through the door, seeing all of this.
He looks through the door and he immediately starts putting together the pieces of his dream and what's happening here. His sort of reddish, ratty hair is wet on his brow with sweat, and he wipes it off. And he like kind of staggers forward, and he says, "O ancient ashes, you have guided me here to aid my friends. Eternal flame, I ask you now to bless them and bless me. Extend your embers to warm them and guide their path." And he casts Bless as a level 2 spell on himself and Estria, Axel, and Ace, as he sort of walks forward, and there's a shimmer of like heat waves almost around them, like coming off of asphalt, but they actually don't necessarily feel any heat. They just feel that sort of warmth around them. And he stumbles forward and he says, "I can't even take a nap without you all getting yourselves into some trouble, it seems." He walks into the room, glancing over at the doctor, and he says, "Doctor, you look like you are the one that needs to take a nap." And he, as an interaction, draws a healing kit from his pack, and he says, "Stay close to me, I'll take care of you." And that is his turn. And I'll put that.
Mert has woken from the pain of his injury, but as he tries to like stand up, you can see his whole of his body movements are discoordinated. He's obviously highly intoxicated, and he's tangled his own legs in his own bed sheets, and he just kind of like falls off the bed, tangled in his satin sheets, groaning, fighting with the blankets. Get off me! He's absolutely hopeless. Axel.
He's hopeless. As he finishes his interaction with Estria, as he's pulling his sword out, he's going to his eyes are gonna like light up. His hair starts spreading out from him, and he's going to rage. Do that, and then he's going to bypass the little guy right in front of him and go for the swarm. That's going after Mert.
Alright. The little guy is still very intent on getting up your leg and biting you. But cold and frozen as he is, his movements are far too slow, and you race away, undisturbed.
Nice.
I believe that disadvantage was just, I don't want him to get hit, but I think that disadvantage I did was just on the next attack they made.
Oh.
So you should at least take it off now, if not before. Sorry.
So
you can
until the end of your next turn? It's just one attack?
Yeah.
I think it's just next attack.
You can re-roll it. That's fine.
Oh no, I'll let it stand on this time. Let's just say it happened so quickly that it remained frozen, and then it's so that effects are worn off.
Yes, it has.
And then he's gonna look down at Mert and say, "Get up, man!"
The swarm had been seriously only focused on Mert for whatever reason, but as your greatsword comes down and hacks like another 2 heads off, the swarm senses that there are other more important things at the moment. Dr. Carey.
All right. Well, she would like to zap the horrible creatures that are biting with the black gross ooze, but she also looks like she's about to. Zome had noticed that her legs are shaking and her arms are bruised, and so she sort of looks like she wants to engage in a fight, but she also sort of slowly slinks towards Zeminius. Can I, with Axel and the swarm sort of tangled up like that, am I in zapping range if I try to blast it with a spell of one sort or another? The big swarm?
It's on the bed, so if it's as long as it's in range, it's not like covered or protected by anything, certainly.
Yeah, that's my question, so I can hit it without Axel there. All right, I could also zap it before I moved. Okay, great. Then I will cast the mighty spell entitled Ray of Sickness. So this sort of purplish, her fingers, purplish energy sort of grows around one of her hands, and you can see she's got a very, very, very practiced technique. So she forms it, it swirls very nicely, and then zaps it out, and this sickening purple ray shoots out. Oh, sorry, I meant to roll that on the creature. That was a 18 to hit on the swarm, which I assume hits. A swarm, there we go. Oh my god. 4 damage. And it has an effect, I believe... Oh, it is poisoned. Right, that's great. So, now it has disadvantage.
You can see the little eels instantly, little eel start like spitting out like green mucus.
That mucus should be a little bit more purple and a little less green. I gotta study that spell again.
I think they have a save. They have a Constitution save for the sickness.
Oh, it's not a immediate effect.
I'm pretty sure it's a Constitution save.
Okay. So
hopefully, as a swarm, they have a terrible Constitution.
Yes, on a hit, 2d8 plus make a save. Sorry, thank you.
Oh, good.
My spell DC is 13. Yep. All right. Not poisoned.
They're. It seems like they're spitting. It seemed like they might have been vomiting, but they're actually like spitting on each other, and they're like, feeling much better after spitting on each other.
I'm really out of sorts. That should have done a lot more.
It was great for a moment.
Sorry.
The little hatchling, the little frozen one, seems to have like broken itself out of the ice at last, and it's skittering away. It's doesn't seem to paid any attention to Istria, who's standing there by the box, provoking an opportunity attack. You do have your clawed hands and feet in your hands at the moment, so.
No, Astria's just gonna, she's gonna not do the opportunity attack because she's gonna be more focused on figuring out how to get this box dismantled in a way that makes it look destroyed.
All right. It runs across the floor and runs trying to get up the leg of Axel once again. Finally, something gets a nip. Axel.
Ouchie, wawa.
Oh, I dropped that on myself.
You dropped that on yourself.
Okay. I was like,
Because all yours is in the same square.
It's a strange handful of dice.
So you can make a Constitution save. If you beat a 10, you are not poisoned. Okay, so you can feel like a little bit woozy from the bite, but you shake it off straight away.
Okay, so I don't like this this thing crawling up my leg. I'm dancing around. I just want to let go. But since no one's around me, I can do some crazy moves and sneak attack it. So that's what I'm going to do. The feint, like I'm moving this way, that. Try to skewer it with my sword here. So, drop this on me. And then, I'm going to take some movement. Actually, no, no movement. I'm going to stay where I'm at. Just keep trying to shake this off.
Oh, you've skewered it right through the head. It's dead.
All right, then I will move. Actually, come around. Right here. In my turn. Nice.
The swarm turns their collective fury onto the last one to have heard it, which is Axel.
Ooh.
They just leap off the bed onto your neck, onto your face, digging their claws and their bites into your eyes, getting down beneath the whatever clothing you might be wearing and just getting right into the flesh of you. The swarm, let me see, the swarm's hit points at the moment is under half, so it's not as powerful as it was a moment ago because you've killed so many of them.
Wow.
But it still hurts a lot.
Yeah, it does. Do I need to make another con save?
You need to make another con save, yeah. It's 12 is the target this time. Okay. The wooziness, you shake it off. There's something about this smoke as well burning off. You seem to like burn it out of your blood. Sorry, I've skipped a turn there. The other little one that I missed is going to follow Ace. Oh no, it's dead. That's why it's not going to do it. That's why I got skipped. It lies there, wishing it could follow you, but maybe in another life. At the top of the turn, Estria.
So Estria is gonna look over to Zominius and call to him. You take care of the good doctor there. I'm gonna go help our other friends over there. And she's gonna hop over the box and run up to Axel. And she's gonna use Cure Wounds on him.
Nice.
Not great. It's only 4.
Better than nothing.
It dulls the pain.
So Minius is from his medical kit. He looks over the doctor and he's like, you know, I never was so talented at medicine before. I think this person knew the body much better than I did, and he's taking things out of the pack, and he's going to use his healer feat to heal Carrie. So he's like tying splints really quickly and rubbing a salve, kind of just pouring some smelly kind of burning liquid on her wounds, and he will.
Now I actually do have all the bandages and splints on like I did the animation.
There you go.
Damn.
He healed for 7 HP, and
Sweet.
you can only do that once per rest per person. So that's a cooldown on you.
Per person. Wow.
And then that is his turn.
What? That healer feat is dope as shit.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. All right.
Mert finally untangles himself from the bed sheets, and he's grabbed his underpants that were lying on the floor next to him, and he's trying to cover up his embarrassment. He's standing now, but he can't quite. He's got both legs in the same hole, and he's hopping around, trying to cover his naked, generous skirt.
Nice.
Axel.
Axel will turn around and acknowledge Estria for the heal and say, "Welcome to the party!" and then attack the the Neogi again.
All right, you cleave through the last few remaining Neogi, cleaving them from your body, throwing them down onto the bed. Tell us what it looks like, Kabuki.
What it looks like is, even though that all these Neogis are on his body, he is very surprisingly adept with the greatsword and just like starts swinging it around his body, and it's getting closer and inching closer, and somehow like whirlwind chopping these things off like a helicopter blade, just constantly taking like inch by inch off, and they all just start falling off of him.
All right, Dr. Carey, there's one little critter left at the feet of Axel, the one you froze before, still somehow in the fight.
Well, Winley, thank you. I'll tell you all about this gym thing. It was terrible. You need to give me a note from the doctor next time too, and I'll go with you.
Oh,
but that's for later.
Sure.
When ice doesn't work, we use fire here. All right, and I will firebolt the Neogi hashling. That seems like it probably does not hit with a 12.
It's
all right. I'll give you a hot foot.
It's not quite enough. Being too careful as to not want to hit Axel, you've just called it a little bit short. It just kind of dashes in the floor, the stone floor, a little bit short. This creature is dead set on avenging his colony. It's gonna try and bite. But it seems like it's sad. It's kind of like a sad bite. Ace.
All right. So, gonna move in closer to Axel and say, "Trust me, hold still. I know what I'm doing. I do this kind of thing all the time." And I'm gonna little creature on him. It's important to just not move.
$27. Goodness gracious.
Thrust in real quick and pierce the little spider guy. Have it skewered on my blade. Like, see?
As the room is quiet, there is a suspicious box. There is a broken goldfish bowl with floundering octopi.
Octopus?
Yeah, moving around slowly on the floor. And Mert has run. Oh, he's like running over to the other side of the bed to like grab his belt where his rapier hangs, and he's looking around very, very confused at you guys. Like, you can see there's something not right in his face. Like, he's not quite aware of what's happening. He doesn't even realize that the battle's finished. You've killed all of these alien creatures. So combat's over. What would you like to do?
So Minius kind of walks forward a little bit, looking around, seeing that the creatures have been slain, and he breathes a sigh of relief, but then he's looking at Mert, and he passes his hand before his eyes. And you see like a little of that heat shimmer again as he sort of whispers something, and you hear like the words of flame, and he passes it in front of his eyes. He's going to cast guidance on himself, and then he is going to make an insight check. He looks at Mert to try and figure out what's going on with him.
Sure.
So that would be plus. Oh well. So that's a 11.
You have some type of feeling that this is not just the normal look of someone who has been drinking. Like, you can smell a stench on him from as close as you've just moved to him. It's a very pungent, acidic type smell. and it's kind of coming from his breath as he's kind of like, oh, what is the hell is my belt or my sword, my rapier, and you're not sure what's wrong with him, but this is not. You're quite sure it's not that he's drunk, but you're not quite sure what it is. Something's not quite right here, though. You do have that distinct feeling.
Okay. Can I attempt a medicine check?
Yes, you can definitely medicine check him.
All right, and he's going to, like I said, like, calm down now, be still, and he's going to attempt that medicine check right here. That's a natural 1, so he's like, guys, I think he's dead. You should get out of here. You should get out of here before there's any other witnesses, anything like that. But yeah, he has a complete loss of what's going on with him. But he would like to heal him at least, using the healer's kit, maybe try and clean his wounds a little bit, and calm him down that way, while other people do some stuff.
Sure. How does everyone else react as Zemenius goes over to Mert to try and make some sense of what's going on?
Having been like in kind of the seedier parts of the galaxy, I know my memory ain't exactly perfect, but would Estria perhaps recognize this kind of thing?
Possibly, yeah. You can choose either insight, medicine, or investigation, whichever way you want to take a look at this, whichever Estria's natural instinct would be.
I'm going to go with insight. That is a 19 plus 4, 23.
Yeah, you might have had some experience in your past, like drugging your bounties to make them easier to bring in, and it seems that that smell you seem to recognize it. The name is on the tip of your tongue at the moment, but you know that it's something that confuses the bounty for a period of time and leaves them usually in a very deep sleep, in an incapacitated state where they can't defend themselves.
Estria is going to realize this information, and she's going to say, They said he was drinking with diplomats, didn't they? She's going to, like, address that to the room, basically.
I think so.
Like, Axel, you said you heard something, didn't you?
Yes. Axel will remind the group that Mert was, and if I think I remember this correctly, he's the head of the academy, from what they were saying. So he's the head of the academy, and he was talking to a dignitary from the Citadel about. He was pretty angry, not being able to get help. Something was going on with the Citadel. I don't quite remember exactly what was going on, honestly. But something was going on. Inc. Incorporated didn't send any help for that guy, the dignitary. But he was drinking, I think, with him at the time when you guys were doing the Skydock training, and I overheard that. Zozo, you were kind of interested in it, but you had your headache, so I never gave you that information. So okay. I will be relaying that to you now.
Do you just be trying to calm him, the old wolf, with just gentle words like, hey, it's okay, everything's fine, they're gone now. We took care of it, no big deal. Just relax, sit down, you look like you're still tired. And I'm just rolling a persuasion.
Okay.
Just like trying to get him to stop picking up his and everything, because he like, just, hey, it's under control, everything's fine.
He starts taking some deep breaths. Not feeling good.
We're gonna figure this out. We'll figure this out.
I think we should go get a doctor. There's like a sick bay or a hospital or something in the tower.
You probably haven't figured out. Are you asking Mert?
I am asking. The player, am asking you, the GM, right now. But I could ask. Let's see what that turns out, and then we'll go from there.
Nothing that you would have come across yet. You may have seen something that looked along those lines in the area that you briefly searched in the bunk areas. There are multiple different rooms around the cadets' quarters. Maybe there's some type of first aid room within that area where hurt students could be attended, because it usually would be students that got into rough areas. Or maybe down at the gym, you didn't really look down at there, but there is an obstacle course and people do get hurt on the obstacle course, so there could be some medical facility down there as well, logically, you think.
I mean, this is a big guy here. Maybe he has something in his. You guys think?
Mr. Wolf, we're new cadets. Is there a doctor in the you need help?
Now hold up there, doctor.
Top drawer. By the bed.
Medical
Top drawer,
doctor, of
top
course. I'm doctor.
Top drawer.
Oh, you need. Oh, he wants the top shelf drink.
Yeah, give me the potion in there. The drinking. It must be the drinking.
Potion.
That'll cure the hangover. Right quick.
Okay.
Mother's medicine. Mother's medicine.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I definitely would run over and open the drawer.
In his top drawer, there's like an array of 6 bottles in a line, kind of like potion-shaped bottles, little beakers, and they have a cool blue liquid in each of them, filled to the top.
Yeah, I'd grab one out and bring it over to him. Is this the one? Yeah.
Mother's medicine.
I hear you.
He clocks it back and need a bucket. I need a bucket.
A bucket.
There's a bowl.
The box.
Does someone run and grab the box?
Axel will run towards the box, but not grab it and bring it back. He'll just run over there, grab the box, and then like chuck it at them.
There's a box flying through the air towards you. What do you guys do? It's flying right towards Esther at the moment, because that was kind of in the direction of Mert.
Estria she's gonna fire a flight, and her instinct is to flight, so she's going like duck out of the way.
It's now flying at Mert, who's like sitting there like.
Can I roll a dex or something to try to catch it?
You're within the area, so either Zom or you could pluck it out of the air. Dex save.
Zom is definitely not going to. So.
All right.
It's on the
roll a strength roll to see what the DC is, Kabuki.
Oh shit! You gotta be kidding me.
As you wind down from your rage, you have advantage as well, Kabuki.
All right.
Oh my god! Like so athletics, I guess.
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh my god! Sorry. Oh, it's not good. Yes.
Not too bad.
13 to pluck it out of the air.
I'm gonna roll acrobatics. Does that seem like elephant?
It does. So let's do sleight of hand, maybe. Do you have a sleight of hand?
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That was acrobatics. Here's sleight of hand.
Let's keep the 19 and apply the +5, so 24. More than enough.
Just jump up. Box.
It's just like right in front of Mert's face. He's like, whoa. You're holding the box, but it's like right in his face. What do you do? 3, 2, 1.
Let's say, right in here. This is where your spikes were.
Just in time.
I hope you didn't want them alive, because they are dead now. I still think that he wanted those for whatever reason.
Zom escapes the splatter.
This is.
You can see his eyes look clearer, and you're hearing footsteps running down the hallway, and guards burst in. With them, there is the little gnome who, with his little moustache and his little bowler hat that sold you all of the things in the equipment shop, Mr. Blip. And he reports, Master Mert, this attack. we've had several attacks throughout the academy. Oh God, it's happened here too. I can see. Are you okay? What happened here? Please, someone report.
Well, it would seem.
Spiders!
Spiders, they came out of the box.
Yes, that's
They
what
tried
I
to
was
bite
getting
everybody.
at. We did attempt to kill them, but unfortunately, they managed to bite the headmaster.
We killed them. But
Mert says, "What? Someone tried to kill me? Someone
I would
sent
imagine.
a box of creatures." He picks up his own bedside table and throws it across the room. Who did this? Who
She's
sent
gonna
up the
turn to
box? He's looking.
She's gonna ask him, like,
we brought the box, but we were told to.
We're given it as part of our mission.
It was the bosun. The bosun.
By who?
Down at the bottom floor.
The bosun. She said,
Bosun.
Bring this box up to the headmaster. No funny stuff. Don't look in the box." That's pretty much exactly what she sounds like.
Mr. Blip says, Mert.
But luckily we did look in the box.
Sorry,
there's
we
been
ruined
an
your
attempt
snacks.
on Tarto's life at the same time, Mert. It couldn't have been Tarto. And there's been burglaries reported across the academy. It's a coordinated effort. Our thief has struck again. Mert kind of... I'm sorry. This is very frustrating. I shouldn't have lost my temper in front of you, young cadets. Thank you. I can only thank you for being here when I had my pants down.
quite literally, I would say.
Oh, you're welcome.
We've all seen it before. I mean, not yours specifically, but you understand.
I do. I get what you're saying. You'll have to excuse me, please. Turn in your gold helmets to the guards and head back to the bunk room. And please wait before you do. He kind of jogs across the room to that broken piece of furniture that he just smashed, and he digs amongst the rubble. He digs out like a pouch and brings a massive gold nugget to each of you and gives you a gold nugget each. A little token of my thanks. And a request to keep it under your hats. Don't speak to this with anyone else at the academy.
I stick the gold under my hat.
You don't know who you can trust. I don't know who I can trust, so trust no one.
Ooh, ominous.
So with that, Estria is gonna turn to Mert and say, "Well, I got a question for you. What was your last memory before you passed out?"
That's a good question. I was up here with the dignitary, and we were talking about an issue. And he left, and I think he left. I'm pretty sure he left, and I might have had another wee nip before he left. It gets fuzzy. I think he left.
A nip of what? What were you drinking?
Oh. He goes over to the bed, and there's like a half drunk bottle. I was drinking this nasty stuff. Someone had left it by my bed, I think.
So while he's talking, he's suggesting he's as soon as he starts saying, "Oh, I think someone left," Carrie would raise an eyebrow if her weird buggy body had eyebrows to raise, and she sort of turns on a little arcane ability, which is the ability to detect magic at will. Because of the feat I have of Eldritch Adept. So she wants to use Eldritch Sight to kind of look around.
Cool.
She's a little suspicious that something might be concealed or not what it seems in the area.
Okay. You immediately detect that the liquid inside, there's like it's almost like a worming its way within the liquid bottle that he's holding, and it seems to be from the enchantment school of magic, and there's also a glow from that open the drawer where he had the mother's medicine. There's a definite glow coming from there. The table on the right, which was like a topographic map of some type of land in like 3D, is also glowing for you. You can see that his rapier is glowing brightly. That's on his hip. The wardrobe that's spilling out the golden light is also glowing.
Right. We maybe forgot to mention that. Okay, yeah, okay.
And that's all that's glowing. You're not picking up anything hidden elsewhere or any invisible person cloaked in magic or anything like that.
Okay.
Just throwing this out there, but Axel wants to look at that bottle of wine and just make sure it's not the same bottle of wine that the captain had from the altercation before.
I was thinking that too. I was like, oh.
It does look like a different bottle, but there is a similarity in the seal. You're not an expert on seals, but from a certain glance, you're like, oh, that's a different shaped bottle. But that kind of looks like the same, like, dressing, the sealing of the bottle kind of has the same colors and things like that.
Is there an actual seal, like a stamp, like sealed on top of the seal of what it is?
So Zemenius, who's more adept
classy
at looking at these
more versed.
You are certain that even though it's a different bottle, it is certainly by the same manufacturer. And yes, the seal has a distinct mark on it, and it's called the Scottish Ooze.
Scottish Ooze?
Yes, the Scottish Ooze.
Oh. Scottish. I'm not sure if I've heard of them before. Is there some sort of check I can make, see if I might have heard of this before?
Absolutely, yep.
History?
You could do history or investigation, yep.
Okay, those are both the same for me. So he will cast guidance on himself. Eternal flame, guide my memory. Illuminate. It does not illuminate too much.
It's certainly nothing that has ever arrived within your palace, and your palace has reached far and wide for the most exotic beverages, but this one didn't arrive at your palace, so it must be not certainly something that you've encountered on your world.
Sir Mert, can I take this seal here? I would like to do a little bit more research and see if I can find out where it came from.
He says, let me speak for a moment with Mr. Blip. He walks over and he starts whispering to Mr. Blip in a hushed tone. Are you guys going to respect his attempt at private conversation, or would you like to try and overhear his whispering?
Definitely going to try and overhear.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to crack at it, take a crack at it. 16 will pick up something. 20 will hear it word for word.
Very rude.
Perception or stealth or trying to get closer?
Perception.
Or are we trying to? Okay, that's what I thought.
Perception.
Oh.
All
I'm hearing everything.
Axel hears it word for word. He leans in closely to Mr. Blip and he says, "When were these ones off the slab? This company, how long they've been here. And Mr. Blip whispers back, they're the newest batch, sir. They were up just this morning. So they've only been here, what, a day at the most, sir. And half a day conscious. He walks back to Ximenius and says, all right. I need for you to promise that you won't speak to anyone about the things that have transpired here apart from the company that are with us here in the room. Don't speak to Tarto about it. Don't speak to Sereth, no one whom you might seem to trust. Trust no one but the people in this room.
Scout's honor.
Okay, well, if you agree that does not happen, you'll volunteer for disintegration, then okay.
Fucking disintegrate.
I mean, that seems a little harsh, but okay.
All right, good. We understand each other. Now, you have my thanks again, and you should go and get some rest.
Will do. Yeah, Ximenius is ready. He has the seal and he's ready to go. Like, oh.
I got one more question for you, Mr. Mert, if you don't mind.
I mean, I do, but okay.
Just curious, this diplomat of yours you was schmoozing, was the conversation heated, or did you part on amicable terms?
Was heated, yes. And I think he left most upset because I couldn't give him what he was requesting. So,
Well,
I think he was most annoyed.
I would say he might be a suspect, though I can't say for sure who might also be on that list.
I will take your comment into consideration. Yes,
Thank you kindly.
his arrival
I
here
mean-
does seem suspicious.
Could you tell us which dignitary this is? Like, what was his name and who is he representing?
Technically, Axel should know that, and he should have given you that information because I'm pretty sure he overheard the conversation. Like what the dude he was calling himself
Oh, okay.
a dignitary from the Citadel, and he used his name in the third person. Oh, Juan. I think it was like dignitary Juan or
Dignitary
something.
Juan.
Yeah.
His name is Dignitary Juan from the Radiant Citadel. It is a sister civilization of the Spelljammer. We cooperate with each other, and unfortunately,
Cooperate in what means? I know something about a crystal I overheard.
Yes. It was you listening in on the conversation. That was very rude of you.
Talk a little quieter. These new ears of mine hear everything.
Yes, the Spelljammer it requires a lot of energy to move at the speeds it does throughout the Astral Sea, and the central diamond of the Radiant Citadel recharges those energies, and in return, Inc. Gives them protection from any sort of high-level threat. Unfortunately, Inc. is currently facing one of the biggest threats to stability within the multiverse that it's ever faced, and that has left us rather bare on the floor and unable to attend smaller matters. And while it might be important to them, unfortunately, things are rather chaotic aboard the Spelljammer. We're trying to rebolster the troops with the recruitment of great new young cadets like yourselves. Obviously, have chosen very well in selecting your company, which makes me very glad. But we can only train you so fast. We can't expect you to go into dangerous situations if you don't know how to fly a spelljammer or how to survive the dangers of wild space. So we're trying to speed up that process as quickly as possible. So expect your training to be short. Do your best to learn as quickly as you can, because you might find yourselves in the field far sooner than you should.
Just to be clear, my dude is nude during this entire conversation.
He did get his pants on.
Okay, good, great.
But only his underpants. So he's standing in a pair of like tidy whities.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I respect it.
Again.
Don't you think you should be helping the Citadel if their brilliance is what helps us power our ships?
I do. I understand his concerns. Unfortunately, as the head of the academy, my reach in that regards is very limited. So I'm trying to support as best I can by bringing in a new fleet of agents who can attend to those other matters.
One might think that someone or something was using this opportunity to sow discourse amongst the allies of Inc.
Yes, we have enemies.
I would say you might want to prepare a contingency plan. You know, a doomsday sort of thing. Just in case.
Well,
but that's just me.
A charming thing. Yes.
Is that why you told Blip that you could trust us because we're so new? Who else can you not trust?
Oh my
Anybody?
God, you really are just those big ears of yours. It's yes. If you have only just been here a day, there's no possible way that you could be involved. So this is the only reason why I'm sharing these things with you.
Well, much to think upon, much to drink upon. I'm glad yes.
They might not have informed you of some of the minor rules, but drinking is strictly for direct field contact.
Captains?
Direct field contact?
Yes, you're drinking for a reason, as in you're wooing someone,
We just saved your life. We should drink.
We all drink for one reason, don't we?
All right, don't drink. Don't raise your voice to me. Take your big ears, take them downstairs and get yourselves to sleep, and we'll talk in the morning, maybe.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Sir.
You got it, boss.
He's walking out. Zemanius is like, seems a little hypocritical, don't you think? I mean, we saved him literally because he was drinking too much, but anyway, I guess I'm just a cadet. What do I know?
I agree, Zoe. We should drink.
As you head out, the guards on the way out, they're like, hand in your gold caps, please.
And then the goldies.
All right.
Turn it in.
I didn't have one. Sorry.
They look at each other. Just keep walking.
Wait, are these the same guards that Zominius talked to?
I won't say anything if you don't, and he gives them a wink. And then keeps going.
They look very confused. So, are you going to head to your quarters and rest up for the tomorrow? Is there anything you'd like to do before that?
No.
Any minor
yeah,
tasks any bookkeeping tasks that you'd like to get done as you are able to find some peace and quiet within your bunk quarters? I know, Wynn, that you wanted Dr. Carey to maybe get your find familiar spell or something like that.
Yeah, once we settle in, Dr. Carey will definitely sit down diligently, and she just summons this quill out of thin air. She just puts a hand up, and this quill appears in her fingers, and she starts just scribbling frantically. She bought a blank spell book from the commissary, and she's sort of slowly writing down all of her spells. So she actually wants to do that tonight, and then tomorrow morning, when people before anyone else wakes up, she wants to be the first one up so she can do some more magic-y stuff. But
Okay, nice.
I don't know if you want me to say that now or not.
No, that's cool. So Dr. Carey is gone into study mode. What is everyone else doing as you're settling in for the evening? You feel kind of this lethargy is kind of settling on your guy's body. So you've all got a level of exhaustion just from the transference into this new body, which will be removed once you get some sleep. But you can feel like you're at your physical limits in this new body.
Axel, from his his mercenary days, is just gonna go through the normal routine, so to speak, after the battle, clean the blades, get his whetstone out, start sharpening his blade and stuff, and then that's like his cool down, calm down time to get to settle in.
Nice.
Much like Axel, Astria is also going to clean her weapon. She's going to basically disassemble her musket, clean out all the little parts and stuff, polish it, oil it, whatever, and then reassemble.
While Astria is doing that, Axel's going to see that from overway, and it's going to pique his interest because he's from a medieval setting. He's never seen any contraption like that, so he's going to edge over there and ask a couple questions, see what's going on with that weapon. What do you call this thing?
Well, it ain't what I'm used to, but I believe this one's called a musket. And basically, it takes these little things, and she puts up a little cartridge just to hold them, and it shoots them real dang fast at the enemy and makes them hurt.
How often does your projectile hurt you?
Well, aside from that one time where it wasn't actually a real weapon, not that often, especially if I clean it nightly like I do.
So he's just going to kind of watch. He's going to keep cleaning his sword and just kind of watch Astria work on his weapon.
Beautiful. What about Ace and Zemenius? How are you settling in for the evening?
So Ace is very kinetic. I'm all over the place, getting in everybody's. Pull out my pistol and show it to Astria and Axel. I'm like, hey, I got one of those too. I'm trying to polish it a little. I'm not actually just cleaning or anything. I wipe my rapier off. I'm getting in Dr. Carey's business. Oh, what's that? Studying? Ready? I move on because you can tell he doesn't want to deal with me. Just kind of until just so exhausted, I flop down, getting in everybody's. Maybe pull out my pan flute and play a long Zozo song.
Nice.
So Minius is actually uncharacteristically subdued. He doesn't seem sad necessarily, but he does seem kind of drained and a bit tired. So he actually just kind of goes, lies down, retreats to his private chambers. He doesn't close the door necessarily, or I don't even know if there is a door, but he goes in there and he's quiet, lying down, kind of just looking at the ceiling from his bed, and he doesn't really engage with anyone for the rest of the night.
Okay. All right. So you sleep deeply. First time in this body, this new body of yours. A healing sleep, a binding sleep. You begin to merge a little bit more with yourself and have a lot of kind of twitchy, all of the dreams that you go through. It's like going through all of the things you've done with your body during the last day that you remember, and kind of going through those movements again. Your mind and body begin to get used to each other. And the first person to wake up is Dr. Carey, who's kind of programmed an early wake up. And one by one, each of you start waking up
afterwards. And if anyone's sleeping late, a bare-voiced GIF, 7 foot tall, the one who showed you in the first time into the bunk room, will make sure that everyone is up and tells you that it's time for your hearty breakfast to head to the refectory. Sleep time's over. Once you're done with your breakfast, orders are to report to Serth and in the simulation chambers. But first, breakfast in the refectory. So Dr. Carey's woken up long enough before that to do whatever she planned.